What's up, trading family? Hope you guys are doing awesome. Today was a great day, so I'm going to give you the recap for today. It's November 17th. It is what? It's Wednesday, and I had a pretty good day today. So I want to show you what I traded, how I did, and hopefully maybe you can comment below and tell me how your day went as well. Are you red? Are you green? Did you do well? And tell me maybe what rules you broke and just how you did overall. So let's go ahead and dive into it. I will show you the performance as always, starting off. Today was kind of a bit of a wild one. It was nice and steady at first, and then I had a nasty big trade. I'll show you that one, and then finally grinded out of that. Took a lot of trades here and got up to ending the day up $2,984. So a pretty solid day for me. Really happy with that. I got to one point where I was up about $600 and just thought to myself, I should just walk away and be done with it. And I'm glad I stuck around. Sometimes, you know, that urge to stick around does help you out. Sometimes it goes against you. It just depends. But if there is more opportunity in the market, I always, try to hang around because honestly, going from, had I walked away at 600, that would have been an okay day, but to put an extra, extra couple, $1,000 on a day, that's really good. So, I'm glad, anyways, yeah, I'm glad I hung out and decided to keep trading. So let's dive into it. First trade today, mainly, I had 40 trades. Let's see, 40 trades, 34 green, 6 red. Those are stellar ratios for me right there. Really good. Only problem is I did have my red trades. Let's look at them. There's negative $240. That's a big loss. Negative 66, not bad. Negative 7 ain't bad at all. Negative $1,200. This was my nasty big trade here that took me red on the day. So I was not sitting in a good spot, being up from 400 down to negative 766 with $1,000 loser right there. That was tough. I'll show you what happened there. But then I did recover and had a $1,000 winner behind that, so which was good. And the other two are 177 and 151. Everything else was really good. Most of my green trades were smaller, but they added up. And I did have a nice big one here. I had two big ones of 492 and $1,000 at the very end of the day. So let's look at them real quick. I want to show you that $1,000 loser, $1,200 loser. This is SEV. This was the one in play for me today. And I did have two trades on Prague earlier today. I just want to show you that real quick. They were earlier in the day. We had this quick movement here. I actually got in for a scalp trade. And it was nice. It looks like it was ripping to the high side, and it's kind of a big fake out. But anyways, I had, I think, two scalp trades in there that put on a little profit for the day. But very quick to get in and out. And I'm glad because this thing just broke down really hard. Look how many red sell-off zones we had. That one, this whole slow area here, then another big drop. So Prague was a little crazy today. It had continuation from the previous days, but it was pretty much, it was done today. It hit its high and it failed. So over to SEV. This one was in play today. It's up 154% as of now, so pretty big runner. And this is where I got interested today. It happened pretty early, but it went right into a halt. It had a Russian volume, and it, one of these halting stocks. So it hit a halt a couple different times, and as I saw it, I decided to jump in, and I think it was 2 or 3 really nice scalp trades in here. And I was really worried, with this kind of situation, it's hard to get in and out of. So I took very quick scalp trades, and I left a lot of money on the table. And I think that set in my head and kind of got me emotionally stricken, because I did put on, you know, for a scalp trade, it was a good winner. I think they're $200-300 winners. But they were short, such a short size of it. I only got in for, you know, little pieces of it, and had I held it, I would have been up, you know, a whole lot bigger. So anyways, that kind of mentality set in, and once we got the breakdown here, once it opened up and had this big sell-off, I think I had to sell off this, so that was my kind of my first loser. But then once it opened back up, I thought, okay, if it ripped back up here, now we've got opportunity to possibly break that previous high. So I'm getting in, and started getting in kind of heavy. We had this flat top area, and I thought we might break past that and break new highs. But it was a complete, you know, disaster here. Just kind of slowly sold off, and then we got these big drops. And I held it. I should have sold it a little bit sooner, but I held it all the way to about $26 and just said, I got to cut it. I'm glad I did that, because as it continued, it just drastically sold off all the way to 24. So huge area where it really sold off, and I went from being positive up like 400-600 bucks to now negative 700 bucks. Let me show you. That was right in here. Yeah, up 467 bucks. Then with that $1,000 loser, big hit there, it went negative. And from there, I was like, damn, this thing really broke down fast. So I was kind of done with it at that moment in time. And it did bounce. So it bounced and came back up to about 26. And I was just kind of unsure of it. But then we got another bounce right in here, which got me more interested, because I thought, wow, this is kind of recovered quite well at this point. And if it's crossing VWAP, I'm going to go in for some trades. So I did. And started putting on some winners back on the table there. So we got back into this zone here where it was a little tricky, because the way this moved earlier in the day, I would expect more force, more fast movements, bigger candlesticks later on in the day if it decided to kind of maybe retest. But we got in this whole zone here, and I started taking a ton of scalp trades, but it was just slowly climbing. So I was in and out, and I didn't hold through because I was just so worried it would sell off. And sure enough, we had a spot right in here. We hit this high of 30.47 and had a nice sell off here. So that's what I was kind of anticipating. And it was a little bit harder to hold throughout this, but I did take a ton of scalp trades. We got into the zone here where it looked more interesting in the sense that, oh, we're kind of holding a bit, and we're getting into this area of 30.22 resistance, this whole zone here. I'm thinking we might have a potential to break past it, but it sold off, went past VWAP. And later on in the day, we had a nice rip up here, which meant, oh, now we've got potential to retest. So I missed a lot of this move here, but once I saw that, it got more interesting for me, and I started buying up and getting into this whole move here. And that's where I really started to make a good profit here, is I rode this thing basically all the way up, taking bigger and bigger size, plenty of good scalp trades. And it really helped me put on a lot of profit for today. So it did kind of chop up. You know, there weren't massive big candles. There were some decent sized ones, but the sell-offs are the ones that were pretty big and fast. If you look here, you got a fast drop here, fast drop here, fast drop here. So it was kind of tricky, but overall, if you look at the overall move here, you know, I think once we got past that previous high of the day and 32 bucks, it ran. So I rode it, and it really helped out. And yeah, once again, I took, 40 trades, 36, 35, or 34 of them were green, 6 were red, good numbers there. And other than that, I mean, it was pretty much a really good day of trading, except for this $1,000 loser here. right in here for me. But otherwise, hey, great chart. I mean, the stock's up 154%. So that's what I look for. I know a lot of you guys ask me, well, what do you know what stocks to trade? How do you figure that out? And for me, I've got another filter that kind of shows me a list of all the top percent gainers in the market. And they're typically lower cap stock, the small cap stocks. And today was a little bit higher priced one, but that's what I look for. And I look for the stocks that are kind of at the top of that list and making moves. And this was definitely one of them. To be up 154% gain is pretty solid. So that's a great day in the market. Hope you guys traded this one and did really well with it. And that pretty much wraps it up for me today. I'll show you the calendar real quick. I'm looking solid here, but I can't get too cocky, too confident, because I have been known to blow myself out of a lot of profit, a lot of progress, especially like last month. Last month was a perfect example. I had 16 green trades, 4 red, and my red day, look at this. My green days were decent, but my red day that I had here, a 7 grand loser, which wiped out so much profit. So I've got to be conscious of that and know that there could be a red day lying in any one of these days here coming up. So I need to focus on keeping it small if it does happen and not get emotionally trapped and make bad decisions. Because this month is looking great so far and I don't want to jinx it. I just got to stay disciplined, and I got to realize that, hey, a $200 day is much better than being red. So just like yesterday I had a bit of a struggle. I got up to about $600 profit and then whittled it down to 198, and it could have been easily been red for the day, but I'm glad I just decided to kind of not drive that right into the red. I could have easily done that with a couple bad trades, just being emotional. So anyways, I'm happy with that. But anyways, yeah, this month is good so far. So that's it for now. Take care. Let me know how you guys did, and we'll see you on the next one. Take care.